Okay, let's see if this works. Essentially what I'm doing is, there is a video on YouTube called Kenta Kobashi Triple Crown History, and it's basically every single one of Kenta Kobashi's Triple Crown title matches, and it's 10 hours long, so all I wanted to do was just go through and commentate them, because I wanted to make, I feel like Kenta Kobashi is the greatest wrestler of all time, and I wanted to make his matches more accessible to an English-speaking audience. I'm not obviously a pro expert or anything like that, or I'm not really a guy who knows everything about Kenta Kobashi, but I thought at least I can provide some sort of context, some sort of background to these matches, and give you the commentary in English so you can sort of understand what's going on to some extent, I hope. um, Looking at my other screen where I have it being recorded, I can't tell, is the watermark on there? I don't want to cut that off though. If you can't see it, the YouTube channel is HK Kane WM 2012. He's got a video of this, he's got a video of the GHC, which is the Noah title history. I just want to kind of go through one by one and commentate these matches, more of just a side project, something for fun while I'm in self-isolation, you know. Maybe I'm going to upload it more of just a fun thing for me to do. If I like it, I'll upload it and see what people think. There is Kenta Kobashi, the challenger. This was his first Triple Crown Championship challenge against Steve Williams. This is in 1994, right? Is that right? I think it was in. This was in. The date is in the description. Might have been 9th of March. I will link this video in the description too, so you can go and watch the whole 10 hours if you really want to, and just so the guy who uploaded this can get credit, because he absolutely deserves it. And I hope All Japan don't, strike this for any reason. Go support them. They need it. Go watch them as much as they can. Currently, they do seem to be struggling to New Japan. New Japan are surging in business, but All Japan is still putting out some amazing content. It was announced today the Champions Carnival of 2020 was cancelled, which hurts my soul. This is Steve Williams. American wrestling fans may know him from his tenure in the WWF in the late 90s. He competed in the Brawl for All. Dr. Death Steve Williams. He pulled out due to injury, I believe. He's a legit tough guy. They get right in each other's faces here. And Dr. Death, feared Gaijin wrestler, Gaijin meaning foreigner. And this will be the only time we see him in these matches, sadly. I love Steve Williams. This will be the only time you get to see him. But he has amazing. This is an amazing match, so could be the best of his career. He was in the WWF Attitude game as well, I do believe. Just doing the introductions here, and also I do not speak Japanese. I know a little bit, and I can read hiragana and katakana. So I can't really help you with the translations, and that's not really what my job here is. I don't know, it's not really a job either, but it's not really what my intent here is. My intent is just to sort of cover this and talk about this, and just give commentary for it, just to give you some context for the English speakers at home who may not know much about Japanese wrestling or the history of Japanese wrestling. Maybe you've only seen, say, some recent New Japan stuff, and you're like, I want to get into the history, I want to get into the history of this and see what's going on. There is Kenta Kobashi. He lost, I believe, the first 63 matches of his career. It was basically, in that, he didn't look like a goober. It wasn't like a Kurt Hawkins thing where he was treated as a joke. He fought hard and was determined, and it was about that fighting spirit, which is a big thing in Japan. Having that fighting spirit, to be able to get knocked down and get back up again and just never give in, Steve Williams versus Kenta Kobashi. Let me see if I can do something here real quick. Hopefully it goes on my other screen, because I don't want it to interfere with what's going on the main screen. I do have Steam on in the background, which I think might affect the quality of the video, so I just decided to close Steam. Because I'm Australian, as you can tell, my internet's not very good. The bell rings, and the crowd comes alive as these two men circle each other. Kobashi, at this point, you know, the young upstart with a lot of fighting spirit. No matter how much you knock him down, he gets back up again, like that tub thumping song. Steve Williams, at this point in time, feared foreigner who's kind of come in and just usurped a lot of the top guys in the company. Kind of taken over and positioned himself at the top of the card. So can Kenta Kobashi overcome this guy? Because this is his first shot at the championship too, so this is really big for him. Take down there by Steve Williams, he goes on top, and Kobashi now. They start with some good mat wrestling. They stand across from each other. The feeling out process seem to be evenly matched here. As they circle each other again. Gonna try and tie up here. Going behind goes Kenta Kobashi in the orange and Steve Williams in the red. It might be hard to tell if you have color blindness. Fans of Kobashi who may have seen his later work, ooh, good takedown there, may recognize him in his black and purple trunks that he's pretty famous for. Although this is the iconic Kobashi look for me, the All Japan look. Kobashi is my favorite wrestler of all time, although I didn't grow up watching him because, again, being in Australia, trying to watch 90s All Japan was not easy. You had to be a tape trader, and I wasn't even alive when this match happened. So that's something to think about. I watched Ruthless Aggression era WWE, so like 02 to like 05 was like my peak fandom, I think. I'm 23 years old, so that gives any reference. I know a lot of guys who grew up in the Attitude Era may think that I'm like a little baby because like I was born post that, or I was an infant in the Attitude Era, but a lot of time's passed. I get the hands under the waist here from Kobashi. Steve Williams is a big guy too. They both are. Like, it may be deceptive here, but they're quite burly. Rolling death cradle here from Kenta Kobashi, and the crowd go wild. They always love the rolling cradle, trying to disorient Steve Williams. And the 2 count. Steve Williams is like, what, 285 at this point? He's a big, big boy. And they circle each other again here. Staring down. And I think Kobashi's a very similar weight. He's a big dude. I think he's smaller though. And as you can see, and they get closer to each other here. Getting right in each other's faces too. Oh, Steve Williams wanting to... A little sign of respect here perhaps, as they go for a test of strength. They lock hands. Other hand now. They tie up. Test of strength here from both men. And Kobashi looks like, no. Trying to fight back. Steve Williams might have the upper hand here, but Kobashi's trying to fight back, trying to turn it on him. We're at a stalemate as they go back and forth. One man trying to get the upper hand here, but no one seems to be able to pull out anything here. Going down. And Kobashi! Steve Williams crumpling. The knees bending. Dr. Death in trouble, but he springs back up. Screaming right in his face. And Kobashi fighting back. Rallying that strength that he's known for. Williams just staying alive in this. Staring him down. Oh, the champ. Gonna try to bend Kobashi down. Kobashi's feet stay planted. But the upper body's coming down into that bridge. He's got Kobashi bridge, and Kobashi using all his core strength to come straight back up. Incredible strength there from Kenta Kobashi. Goes back to Steve Williams, stretching those arms out, planting the left foot. Trying to get Dr. Death down, but again, countered back now, Steve Williams. Williams bringing the arms back down. Oh, Kobashi gets out of it, goes behind now, hook in the arms. Trying to get that back suplex, but can't quite pull it off. Kobashi now in trouble with Steve Williams, hooks his arms. And to the ropes, rope break, the referee, gonna try and separate these two. Steve Williams, not to be confused with a different Steve Williams, who goes by the ring name Steve Austin. When Steve Austin wanted to come into the business, his name's actually Steve Williams. They said you can't use that, there's already a guy named Steve Williams. This is the man they're talking about. Dr. Death. He's a former, actually at this point in time, he was not, oh, was he? I'm not sure. I know they had it in 96. He was a AJPW Tag Team Champion with Johnny Ace, who American wrestling fans might know better as John Laurinaitis. Yes, the raspy-voiced manager of talent relations on Raw was once a big gaijin star in Japan. He teamed with Steve Williams. He teamed with many people. He had a lot of great matches. He actually invented the Ace Crusher, which you may know as the Diamond Cutter or the RKO. So that's a bit of history there for you. Johnny Ace. And now Steve Williams. Almost impervious to the damage of that chop. You see the barrel chest on this guy. Look at him. I do not speak Japanese, so I do apologize for that. I might have been highlighting a knee injury there. Steve's left knee it does look to be taped. Side headlock here, as you can see the white tape above the knee pad. Is his knee pad just white? Can't quite make it out from here. Oh, and a big chop there by Kobashi, and strike back from Steve Williams here. A strike exchange. Oh, and a boot straight to the head. And you can see those pectorals just ripple as they get chopped. Oh, and the two big men collide. Steve Williams almost challenging much like, come at me again. Shoulder tackle, and Williams is down. And that brought the crowd alive. Drop kick. And Williams goes through the ropes to the outside. And Kobashi taking chase. Oh no. DDT on the outside. There is a mat there, but let me tell you folks, that mat is very thin. It does not provide much protection. Mainly for show. Makes you think the wrestlers are safe. But really, that's just like a centimeter between concrete. Oh no. Kobashi, oh no, he's backing down here maybe. Referee's telling him to stay down. Not take this high risk. Oh, and a kick to the head of Steve Williams as he crumbles back into the steel railing. Williams trying to, catch his breath, but gets no time to do so. It's a chop across the chest. Echoing throughout the arena, and a big scoop slam to the outside. There's a feat of strength from Kobashi. That's something he's known for, is his incredible strength. And again, he's going to the top. The referee pleading, but Kobashi not going to listen this time. Diving crossbody to the outside as both men go down. Williams' head may have hit that concrete floor. It's a high risk. You can risk doing damage to yourself. Kobashi listening. He looks to be trying to move that arm, get some feeling going there. He may have heard it. Seems okay. But Williams he is hurt. It's very hard to lift up a body when they're just dead weight like this. But Kobashi does need him back in the ring, and Williams is clinging on to that steel guardrail like his life depends on it, and it just might in this match. Oh, a leg drop across the back by Kobashi. Referee giving a word of warning. Time to get back in the ring now. Unlike American wrestling, they don't just start counting straight away. It's sort of like, the referee's a bit more lenient. The referee doesn't want to step in too much. He wants to kind of let the guys handle it. The referee's only really there to, discipline and make sure things don't get too out of hand here. So it's like, you guys can fight on the outside for a bit, but please get back in, And if they don't, then the count will start. Same with, you often see weapons sometimes used. As long as they're not egregious, the referee sometimes allows it and lets it happen. Because he doesn't, if it's a really intense match, he doesn't want to end on disqualification, so he sort of lets things slide. But obviously, there's a point where you cross the line and can't get away with it. A bit more lenient than American wrestling. It's more of the DQ doesn't apply if the match is really good, And look at this. Look at this strength of Kobashi, lifting Steve Williams straight up and straight back down onto his back with that suplex. A stalling suplex. He held him there. And that's only a 1 count as Dr. Death is straight out into the chinlock. Now he's, look at Dr. Death here, pulling on the hair of Kobashi. A dirty tactic here. Kobashi trying to fight back now. Got his hands clamped under the jaw of Steve Williams. Dr. Death. Trying to wear him down. And Steve again got his hand up to the hair again, going for it. I guess he's got to grab hold of something, but using the strength to push him off. And Kobashi straight back up with a kick. Wasting no time. Oh, a chop to the chest. Kobashi in control here. It is all Kobashi at the moment. Another big chop right across the pectoral region of the body. And here we go, running him straight into the turnbuckle. Head bouncing off. But Williams shaking it off in a back kick there. Luring and a boot to the side of the head, to the temple of Steve Williams now as Kenta Kobashi getting hold of the hair. Oh, and another chop. Kobashi is a master of these. But look at Steve Williams. Almost like he's asking for more. Is that all you got? He seems to be asking. And Kobashi goes for it again. And Steve Williams still standing, staring him down, almost begging him to keep coming. And now the machine gun drops straight to the side of the head there. Williams crumples into the corner, asking ye shall receive, Steve Williams. Good forearm by Kobashi and a slap to the head. Oh, a chop. Knife edge chop right to the top of the head there, the brain chop. Oh, and another devastating open hand chop right across the chest. Now, Irish whip into the corner. Here comes Kobashi. The high knee there. And Steve is dropped. He could be out here. 2. No. He just dropped like a sack of spuds as Kobashi goes back onto the offense here. Clamping him back into this chin lock. And Steve Williams trying to get a hold of hair maybe. He's getting a hold of something. Notice how he hooked his hands like under the wrists here of Kobashi. He can pull, he can try and separate the hands, but Kobashi has got his hands clenched very tightly, and Steve Williams realizes they need to find another way out. Trying to find the strength to power out of this. He gets to his feet. Trying to back him toward the ropes, maybe. Scoop slam by Kobashi. And a leg drop. Right across the neck. Kobashi going up top again. Into the higher end district. Here comes the Iron Man, Kenta Kobashi. From the top. Oh my goodness. And Steve Williams counters with a knee. And momentum shifts quickly. Steve Williams going to take advantage. A brainbuster! Straight down on the neck. And Kobashi's falling out of the ring. Just like that, momentum shifts on a dime. You can see Kobashi was in control for most of this, but after that, Steve Williams, he seems to be in the driver's seat here. Kobashi is on the outside. He may be hurt. Drops straight down on his neck, and you can see he rolled straight out of the ring. The fans are chanting for Kobashi. They're trying to will him back into this. But Steve Williams doesn't want to give Kobashi any time to catch his breath. And he's trying to build Kobashi back into this. Oh my goodness! Oh god! Oh my god! Straight down onto the steel ring post. Throat first. And the fans here can only just sit and watch in horror as Kobashi gets his head stomped in against that steel ring post. The steel ring railing, my mistake. Driving the foot into the throat. They can only watch on helplessly. There's not much they can do. They can cheer, they can chant, but Kobashi's got to dig deep. You see the streamers on the outside, a common tradition in Japanese wrestling. As you may have seen during the ring announcements, you throw the streamers out when your favorite wrestler gets announced. Hook of the leg, straight back into the ring, and a kick out by Kobashi. And Steve Williams now. Now that he's in control, you're going to start to see why they call him Dr. Death. Much like a doctor. He is cunning. He's intelligent. He knows his way around the body. He knows exactly what to twist, what to squeeze to make it hurt. Sounds a bit more homoerotic than I intended, especially with the position these men are in, but Dr. Death. He doesn't just hurt you, he hurts you methodically. Because any meathead can, like, smack you and make you cry. Anyone can do that. Dr. Death knows how to, like, maximize the amount of pain he gives to you. He knows if I bend you in just this way, it's gonna hurt. Like this. The amount of pressure being put on the lower back of Kenta Kobashi here. And Steve Williams knows it. And now again, oh no, not another brainbuster, please. Oh, straight down again to Kenta Kobashi. And Williams may have this one too. No. Kick out from Kenta Kobashi. Steve Williams is feared for his backdrop driver, his finishing move. It's a backdrop suplex. Gets behind the opponent and just flips him over his head, straight down to their head and neck. Kobashi, a master of the burning lariat. And Kobashi, maybe on his last legs here, firing up now, the chops to the chest, but Steve Williams going to try and put the kibosh on that real quick. Spine buster, beautiful into the pin. Kick out, only just. Beautiful spine buster, shades of Arn Anderson there. Perfect twist and folded him up. Now Steve Williams. Oh, Kobashi with a strike. And again. Trying to defend himself as best he can in this position. Steve Williams going to try and put him down a little bit more. Oh, a bear hug here. A bear hug by Steve Williams now. A lot of pressure being applied to the lower back of Kobashi. And every time you breathe in, on a bear hug, I don't know if you noticed, but when you breathe in, your stomach kind of comes in a little bit. So that gives a little bit more space. So Steve Williams' hands come in a little bit. Every time you breathe in, they can apply that bear hug tighter and tighter and tighter. And if you don't breathe, you're just going to pass out. So you kind of got to have to conserve your breath in this position. It's not a good spot to be in addition to the horrific pain of those strong arms clamping down across your lower back. And you can see Williams is enjoying this. He likes to hurt people. Tightening it as Kobashi, writhing in pain, gets some strong elbows to the back of the head, but Steve Williams is almost like he's impervious to pain. And Kobashi, what is he doing here with the bridge, trying to get out of this? Oh, and it's a pin. Kobashi's got to be careful. Core strength, pulling himself straight back up. He knows he's in trouble here. Oh, a belly-to-belly suplex. And Williams knew that he may be losing his grip. So just get out while you can, throw him straight onto the mat. Into the pin too. Kick out again by Kobashi. The bear hug's a dangerous position to be in. You know your time is limited really in that hole. You got to get out of it sooner or later. However, a crafty veteran can always find a way out of any hold. Oh my god, Steve Williams charging forward. Oh, and a lariat there by Kobashi. Both men are down. And the crowd come alive for that. Kobashi stopped Steve Williams right in his tracks. I can think of few things scarier than Dr. Death charging at you at full speed. And listen to this place. They are fully behind Kobashi, giving him all the support they can. Chop to the chest again. We're back into the corner. The machine gun chops, and Steve Williams just throws him down to the canvas. But Kobashi straight up again. That fighting spirit that made him famous. That made him endeared to the Japanese crowd. The fighting spirit's a big thing in Japanese culture. They love the underdog. They love the one who gets beaten down but never gives up, who keeps fighting. Backdrop driver! Oh. DDT by Kobashi! And yes, may have seen when Steve Williams got him in the position for the backdrop driver, the whole crowd shrieked in terror as they know that the second Williams hits that, it's going to be over. It's a dangerous move and very few men ever going to get a kick out of it. And oh no. Oh, DDT again! DDT by Kobashi. Into the pin. Oh, barely even a 2. Dr. Death has just so much strength and resilience. It's going to take so much to bring this man down. That's why he's champion. And now I'm to the sleeper hold. Got the arm right around the neck. Sleeper hold. See where Kobashi's arm's positioned. He's got that forearm that's going to be clamping down across the trachea. Kobashi trying to tighten as much as he can, but Steve Williams got hold of the rope, but he pulls him off. Pulls off the rope and drops him straight down. Pulled him away from the ropes, which is a good thing for him. 2, kick out. Steve Williams taking Kobashi down. Oh, a burning lariat by Kobashi! He just took Steve Williams' head off with that lariat. Steve Williams is still down. Now I'm going to try and get Dr. Death up to his feet. Oh, he went for the backdrop driver there. Try and turn the tables. And drop kick to the back by Kobashi. And now he's going to go for the backdrop suplex! By Kenta Kobashi. Kobashi now. Up to his feet. He's lining up for another lariat. Blocked by Steve Williams into a beautiful right hand. Steve Williams trying to catch his breath here. Steve Williams stalking his prey here. Oh no, chop to the back of the head. Big slap. Lariato! Into the pin! 2! Oh! Kobashi was less than a second away from winning the Triple Crown Championship for the first time. That would have been huge. But Steve Williams, the current champion, he won it from Mitsuharu Misawa a couple months before this. Misawa had about a 2-year reign with the championship, the longest in history up to that point. Maybe still that record stands. Steve Williams was the man to put him away. Another leg drop again to the back of the head. Kobashi. So he got planned here. Drop to the back of the head. And try and pull Steve Williams back up to his feet. Got him draped across the ropes. And chopping the back of the head. And then a leg drop across the middle rope. The throat. Steve Williams bouncing on that rope. That could be dangerous. Almost beheading the man. And now into the ring, Kobashi into the pinfall. 2. No. Can't quite pull it off there. Kobashi gonna try and pull Steve Williams back up to his feet. How much more can Steve Williams take here? Another lariat blocked, another big slap from Dr. Death. And Kobashi fighting back, hitting the ropes. Big boot right to the chest. Williams still standing. Oh, Jesus Christ! But look at this. Kobashi gets to his feet. Full speed. Williams. Oh, big suplex. Belly to belly. And Kobashi's down and Steve Williams now. Going into the... No. He's going to go into the pinfall there, but he's going to pick Kobashi up off the ropes. Oh my god, military press. He throws Kobashi to the outside. Huge fall for Kobashi. My god. I think the announcer just said 25 minutes are gone. Man, time flies when you're having fun, I tell you what. He said Niju Gopon, which means 20 minutes. 25 minutes, sorry. Oh, Jesus! Diving shoulder tackle from Steve Williams. That was like 285 pounds, a man flying straight at Kobashi. One of the last things you want to see flying towards you. And look at Steve Williams. He's feeling it, he's into it. I think he feels as though he's got this match under control now. I mean, Kobashi's still moving. But for how much longer? And now Steve Williams, oh no. Hoisting up for that suplex back into the ring, but can't quite pull it off. Kobashi fighting back. Oh jeez, that chop. That caught Steve Williams over the ear, I think. May have shocked him a little bit, rung his bell. He's a bit loopy. And oh, headbutt to the chest. And again, Steve Williams got a hard head. Not a very pretty one either. Oh my god. From the top rope, belly to belly suplex. Both men are down. Williams up to his feet. From the top. Gut wrench. Power bomb. 1, 2, 3. No, Kenta Kobashi gets the shoulder up and this crowd comes alive. There's still fight left in Kobashi. That's why the crowd loves him as much as they do. Because no matter what you throw at him, there's always some fight left. There's always gas left in the tank. There's still energy. There's still life. But Dr. Death wants to snuff that life out. To the ropes. Kobashi hooking it. Here come the chops to the back. Oh, and a chop to the chest. Now going to send Kobashi into the corner. Upside down into the corner. And look at this. Look at the power. All the way across the ring. Steve Williams with amazing strength. Now stomping. And try and pull Kobashi up to his feet. And look at this. Again, ramming him into the corner. And oh, Kobashi counters it down. Trying to maybe throw into the pin here too. Kick out by Steve Williams. He could have been caught out of nowhere there. That would have been a hell of a way to pick up a win. Catching your opponent off guard. And now Steve Williams trying to... Oh, Kobashi with the enziguri! But Dr. Death's still up. Oh, into the knees! Down he goes. Back to that injured knee. And listen to the crowd. I love seeing Steve Williams brought off his feet. That taped knee. Drop kick straight to it, and Williams dropped like a redwood tree. But he's back up. But there is a limp. He's wounded. Oh! Beautiful back fist. Drops him down. Steve Williams. If it bleeds, you can kill it. And right now we're seeing some semblance of mortality, vulnerability in Dr. Death. Something you don't see often. But Kobashi going to the top. He's going to try and throw the moonsault, but Steve Williams is behind him. Instead, diving shoulder tackle from Kobashi. Oh, now he's favouring that knee. Could he maybe land awkwardly on it, or is he just fixing a knee bad? Observe his walking there. He might be okay. But a man is invincible, Steve Williams. You don't see him. Backdrop driver. And he hits it! Kobashi using Steve Williams' own move against him. Taste of your own medicine, Dr. Death. Very poetic. But Kobashi, he doesn't want to win with someone else's move. No, no, no. He wants to win the Kobashi way. Or maybe he's content with the Dr. Death way. As he goes for it again. Oh, those knees! Knees to the side of the head. Hitting the ropes. Another knee to the temple. Down goes Steve Williams. How is he still conscious? Planting that left knee. It looks like he... Oh! German suplex into the bridge! Beautiful bridge! 2! Kick out by Kobashi. By Steve Williams, sorry. Oh... That bridge was beautiful, that could have been it. But Williams, like I said, near indestructible. The fans are feeling it now. In full support of Kobashi. They want to see this. The underdog, the hero, the man they've watched since he first debuted. Through all the losses, through the trials and tribulations, there's the moonsault! 1, 2, throw! Through everything, through the trials, the tribulations, through the losses, he kept fighting no matter what. And it looks like he has to fight some more. Leg drop after leg drop. I think the fans truly believed that was going to be it, but now, surely, with a second moonsault, no, Steve Williams got out of the way, and Kobashi hits the canvas. Every fan in that arena held their breath. It wasn't to be. And as long as Kobashi never gives up, the fans too will never give up. You can still hear them cheering, chanting, willing Kobashi on. They know that he's so close, but Williams clutching that left knee. This looks bad for Steve Williams. Referee may be looking for a medical official to come out here. Check on that knee as Williams is in a tremendous amount of pain. Something you don't see often. But can Kobashi capitalize on that? Like I said, Steve Williams is wounded. It does bleed. Can Kobashi kill it? He'll need to get Williams back in the ring first. And Williams is not a man who would ever give up. He's getting back in this. He's limping. He can barely move, but as long as he can, he will. That's the philosophy of Steve Williams. If he can walk, he can wrestle. Chops to the chest. Oh! Spinning back fist off this apron, full Steve Williams to the outside again. Kobashi kind of using this time maybe to recuperate and regenerate. But the catch-22 here is you give Steve Williams time to recuperate and regenerate. But I think as long as Kobashi's in the ring, he's sort of in control. Because Steve Williams will be somewhat vulnerable when he enters. So Kobashi can use that brief window to get an offensive attack in. he may be in a good position here. But he looks spent. But then again, Kobashi seems to have a limitless stamina. Well, they call him Tetsuji in the Iron Man. There's a drop kick to Steve Williams again. He wasn't even expecting it. He wasn't even looking at the ring. Took his eyes off his opponent, whereas Kobashi always looking for an opportunity. As I was saying, that's why they call him Tetsuji in the Iron Man, because this guy could wrestle a 60-minute match and be fine. He's insane. He can take an inhuman amount of punishment. Now rolling Dr. Death back in. Kobashi. He's so close. The crowd can feel it. Off the ropes. Leg drop to the back of the head. Kobashi. And again. To the back of the head. And once again. He's going to decapitate Williams at this rate. What the hell is Kobashi? He's all on the other side of the ring. There's no way you can reach that far. No way. No way. Oh my god! Leg drop! All the way across the ring. Kobashi. Two. No. Kick out. Kick out by Steve Williams. The flying leg drop wasn't enough. Is anything gonna be enough? Kobashi. Everyone here in the Nippon Budokan is fired up. Oh, can't quite pull it off. Kobashi! Going for a pile driver perhaps? Powerbomb! Into the pin! Two! No! It's not enough. Is it ever enough? Kobashi has thrown everything at Steve Williams. But it's not enough. Gonna try and hoist Dr. Death up one last time. Try and get the backdrop. Dr. Death hooking that rope. Oh, here come the chops. Oh, shoulder tackle. The shoulder tackle. And now, Irish whip. They both collide. Williams getting a bit of height there. Oh, suplex! Suplex. Kobashi down. Williams, the champion, stirring. Into the pin. Two. Kobashi. Still alive. He's so close to this. And he knows it. Going for that driver, but can't quite pull it off here. Kobashi. Ooh. Just missing. Backdrop driver by Steve Williams. And with the backdrop driver. The finishing move of Steve Williams. The fans are still cheering for Kobashi. Trying to will him back into this. 1, 2. No! He kicks out of the backdrop driver. And for the most dangerous moves in professional wrestling, he kicks out. But Dr. Death stalking his prey again. 40 minutes gone in this match. Slamming Kobashi's head back into the canvas. Kobashi kicking him right in that injured knee. Fighting back again. Never giving up. The fighting spirit now on the elbow from Steve Williams. He's limping, trying to catch hold of that leg. Kobashi is so close. This Tokyo crowd can almost taste it. They're hungry for it. Chop to the chest. Oh no! Backdrop driver! Oh my god! Into the top turnbuckle! Oh my god! The suplex into the turnbuckle and Kobashi is... He is completely dazed. Can he even stand anymore? Is there any feeling from the neck down in that man's body? He's crawling, trying to pull himself up, but those legs don't want to cooperate here. And Steve Williams, backdrop driver straight down to the neck. 2, 3. And with that, Steve Williams retains the AJPW Triple Crown Championship in 41 minutes, 23 seconds. What an incredible match those two put on. But in the end, Kobashi could not get the win, but he put up one hell of a fight. He gave it everything he had. Every ounce of strength. Kenta Kobashi would come up short here. And Steve Williams retains the Triple Crown Championship. A hellacious contest from these two men. There he is being presented with the belts. This isn't the first time they've met. They did have a match in '93, non-title match, where Steve Williams won with 3 brutal backdrop drivers. And again, Kobashi comes up short, unable to defeat Dr. Death. Only this time it was for the title, and look at this. Adorned in gold, trophy held high. That is a champion right there. And let me tell you, Steve Williams has earned that. He's earned the right to look like that. A world-class performer, world-class wrestler, world-class fighter. There's Johnny Ace. John Laurinaitis. And here to congratulate Steve Williams, and my God, how he's able to stand after that is beyond me. I'm gassed just watching that thing. Steve Williams placing his titles on the that championship trophy. And Kobashi, I don't think he's risen to his feet since that final backdrop driver. Show of respect here from Steve Williams. It's happened after their last match too, the handshake. The hug. Great show of respect here. Great sportsmanship as both men put their lives and bodies on the line to produce one of the greatest wrestling matches of all time. And the Nippon Budokan have definitely witnessed history here. I believe Steve Williams is telling Kobashi that he'd love to do it again one more time. Kobashi's first shot at the Triple Crown Championship was unsuccessful. But I'm sure there are many more to come in his career.
Very tough. Every time I fight Kobashi, very tough. Maybe he, number one challenger. Again, one more time, but one more time. Dangerous backdrop. Maybe die next time. No one can take dangerous backdrop. Everybody try to do backdrop. Dangerous. But Dr. Death, most dangerous. Everybody try. Every wrestler try to do same. Nobody copy.
これはじっくりと考えて、また次の試合に向けて、また次のチャンスっていうか、もしそうなればまた次へ生かしたいと思います。まだ課題はいっぱいあるけど、やられちゃったけども、チャンスもいっぱいあったし、それをいい方向に伸ばしていって、頑張って、次こそ頑張りたいと。いや、よくわかんないですけど、やっぱり。
And I do apologize, I am not able to translate what Mr. Kobashi here is saying.
ウィリアムスがやっぱり俺の手を挙げて持ってくれたということはやっぱりそれだけお互いにやっぱり頑張れたっていうことだと思うんですよ。次は自分がね相手の手を引っ張って握手したいと、そういう試合やってみたいなと。
And that is the end of that. I hope you enjoyed the commentary there, and what Steve Williams was saying at the end there was that, he, as he said, many people tried the backdrop driver. No one can do it as well as Steve Williams. He loves fighting Kobashi. He's the toughest opponent he's ever fought. And Kobashi, again, I don't speak fluent Japanese, but I understood he praised Steve Williams in the crowd at Nippon Budokan, and basically vowed that he'd be back and that he would be there again in the AJPW Triple Crown title scene. And as we're going to see next time, if I do another one, we will review his second shot at the Triple Crown Championship. That was Steve Williams versus Kenta Kobashi, and I hope you enjoyed it.